喺南丫島嘅島同埋組織。咁Jo嘅。
Hi, I just want to give some background. Living Lamma has been campaigning for 4 years to clean up our environment and to have better planning and better design of public facilities. The problem with the consultation today is that it missed off lots of the development that we see on Lamma and also the environmental problems we're facing. Now, Living Lamma is the latest group to try and change things and to improve the environment, but actually there have been campaigns going back to 1995 and we've seen very little progress. My colleague is going to talk to you more about the consultation process, but I just want to give members of the press a brief background. So on Lamma we have a map here, and thank you. And here we have the quarry site. And this is all that the quarry documentation is showing. What it's not showing underneath this area is there is another development plan, the Baroque on Lamma, for 900 flats, 120 hotel rooms, 500 berth marina, and car parking for 135 cars. Now this development was turned down last year, but it is still under planning. The developers have not gone away and they are waiting for the right moment to come back. The development in the quarry will set a precedent for development all over the island. Also not mentioned are the reclamations of North Lamma and of the quarry site that CEDD proposed last year. And here in Yangshuan we have proposals for a phase 2 reclamation, which is a straight line reclamation across the harbour front that was actually opposed by people in 2003. This has come back without any consultation in the community. What is happening to development on Lamma? And this is not shown in all the documentation. Here is the Baroque's view of Lamma. This is all what for development, and here is the quarry site behind. But nobody is joining these things up, and nobody is showing people what is actually going on. This is the standard of design for CEDD for the plan for Yangshuan, and as you can see, if you look at the information they've given you to create a beautiful waterside community, this is completely different to what they're proposing for Yangshuan. And the map for the reclamations has been shown in the press. Again, the maps are there for public. This is the development of South Lamma, not mentioned at all in the quarry consultation papers. And the picture. Now, is this the Baroque or is this the quarry site? We're not quite sure, but they look the same. What we don't know is why government is proposing development of this kind when it has an absolute need to address the housing need of people who are in poverty or first-time buyers. You know, why they would want to put a housing development that looks like a luxury development on the quarry site and hand that over to private developers, we're not quite sure. This is a luxury development on North Lamma, and it has been unoccupied for several years now. If there is demand for housing, then this one should be filled first before we have more of the same, instead of having these properties that stand empty while the housing need for people that really do need it is going unaddressed. And in Yangshuan, for years people have been campaigning for a more beautiful harbour. But this is what visitors see. This is what residents have to put up with. Grey walls, concrete, a legal platform. You know, when the government puts in a clock, they even manage to find the ugliest clock on the planet. We can't even get beautiful design for a simple thing like a clock or a notice board. You know, it is chaotic. Government talks about improving the quality of the living environment, but, you know, this is what we have to live with. Drains and concrete going out onto the beach. It's unbelievable. And this is the view from our restaurants. Ugly signs, you know, metal fences and concrete. This should be a beautiful harbourfront. It's not. Lamma is a destination for recreation. We have dragon boat races, we have round island races, we have mountain bikers, hikers, bird watchers, camping. Before the YMCA had the short-term tendency for the quarry, Lamma children could go in there and camp. Now there is a big fence up and people can't do that any longer. The YMCA have shown what recreational use can be made of the island, which would be absolutely in keeping with the planning intention. However, the government's proposal, they show recreational uses and show a picture of a table at a restaurant. They're not even showing people the potential for recreation on the island. Equally, the pictures in the government's proposal show village house development, and the picture is of concrete. Lamma has some beautiful developments, really, really stunning, and these are not included in the government's presentation. We don't know why they are showing something that is, basically of low value, not beautiful. They're not showing the recreational potential. All they're trying to do is push real estate development, and not at the end of the market that is needed by the people of Hong Kong. We do, however, also have massive, massive problems with waste on Lamma. Not only for waste collection, all our bin areas are complete dumping sites. We have tried time and time again to get a forum on waste, to get community recycling going, and we cannot manage it. This is actually a picture of our beach, and this is on a regular basis coming up on our beaches. This is on South Lamma. It's a stream. It looks like a landfill site. It's disgusting. How can government talk about sustainability and green community when we have this on our doorstep? And that's the end of my presentation. I'm going to hand over to my colleague to talk about the consultation process, which we also find is lacking.